Welcome to Legacy Insights. Today I'm going to be going over my personal preference for a battle belt and what and how I have it set up. Let's get started. Okay, so here we have the belt laid out. We're going to start from the right side, front right side first, moving on down. First thing I have here is a Defense Mechanisms handcuff pouch. This is the single cuff version. They do have another version that allows for 2 cuffs to be stored at the same time. This one only has the 1 pair. One thing that I use this for is also as like an identifier, specifically this Velcro. I'll tuck the flap here on the inside. And you can run a unit pouch or a badge or whatever Velcro component that you want out here, because it's front facing so everyone can see it. Use that just as an option for this pouch. I wish they would make a version with Velcro on the outside so you just could use that. I suppose you could just go to a tailor or somebody who knows how to sew and get a block of Velcro and sew it on there, but I haven't found the need to do that yet. Moving on down, we have another Defense Mechanism product. This is their Tourniquet holster mount, which is basically a sleeve that goes into the mounting bracket of your holster, and it holds a tourniquet. I also got this cover for it, also from Defense Mechanisms, because I do a lot of work outside and this gets exposed to the sun a lot. And I like to get it covered so that the sun doesn't completely obliterate the tourniquet and render it useless over a short period of time with all that exposure. I have a Safariland, I believe this is a 6354 RDL holster for Glock. I did some modifications to it because I run a Mod Light PL350 weapon mounted light on my pistol. I had to remove the plug, the light plug at the bottom here, so I can make space for it, because even with the portal from Grey Ghost, or no, not Grey Ghost, Ghostman Designs, it wasn't enough. They have the regular portal and the XL portal. I tried both of them, and neither one worked for this specific holster model. So I just took it out completely, and now I don't run a light plug in the holster, and the light pretty much sits basically flush with the bottom of this holster. I also have the OT Defense NUB Mod, which is a great addition to any Safariland holster. It really helps with the brake on this lever here. It adds a more comfortable action when you use your thumb to break open the ALS and take your gun out. I have the holster mounted on a QLS kit from Safariland and a True North Concepts modular holster adapter, which is pretty much the go-to these days as far as mounting this, aside from the standard belt mount system that Safariland uses, the plastic. I didn't like that too much. I didn't like the way that it curves, and it was digging into my waist a lot, into my hips. So this sits more flat, more flush. I like it better. The leg strap is a T.Rex Arms leg strap. It's got on the inside here, it's like this rubber. It pretty much creates a friction again around your thigh so it doesn't ride up and down It's very, very, very grippy. It comes with this Velcro strap to kind of tie down the excess when you cinch it down to what you need. Eventually it rides out, and over time I've had to adjust this several times because this being an elastic piece does wear out eventually, and it will expand over time, so you'll have to keep tightening it. What I really like about this leg strap is the way it mounts. So here you can see how the leg strap is directly mounted to the QLS and the MHA. It's sandwiched in between the two. And in there, it's got basically a grommet hole that allows you to stick your mounting screw through the hole, and it gives it kind of a pivot point that you can use for the leg strap to kind of move freely around it. I know a lot of the earlier stuff, people were just running it through the middle of the QLS system without any actual kind of way to lock it down. This I found is a much better system to run that with. So very good product from T.Rex Arms right there. And here you can see how the tourniquet holder attaches to the holster itself. It's sandwiched between the holster and the fork, the QLS fork. It uses some T.Rex material to keep it rigid, and it has this elastic that you just run the tourniquet through. Further down the belt, we have the Blue Force Gear Micro Trauma Kit now, and it's their small version of their trauma kit now, which holds a lot of very essential medical supplies, but it doesn't hold everything. For that, I have augmented stuff on my plate carrier that I use, but there's no shears or anything like that in here. It's got 2 pull tabs on each side, you can see here. So when you're wearing it, you just reach to the back or wherever it is you have it mounted. If you have it mounted in the front on your plate carrier or on the side, wherever, you can pull on it with either hand. Over here, we have the magazine pouches. We have 1 for AR mags and 2 for pistol mags. These are from Unobtanium Gear. These are their SLEDS magazine pouches. These are basically a better version of the Blue Force Gear 10 speed, because they have this T.Rex insert which allows the magazines to reinsert a lot easier than the 10 speed that don't have them. These T.Rex inserts allow the opening to stay pretty much accessible for when you want to re-index your magazines without really having to look or fumble through it, or having to use a second hand or anything like that to keep the opening from closing up. These are also great because when you do use them, and if they're empty, they do lay pretty flat regardless. Underneath this AR mag pouch, I have in my dump pouch, which is a stowable design from Flatline Fiber Company. It's not too big. It's just the right size. They have different sizes of this, different colors and different materials that they've made these with. I stowed it underneath this mag pouch here. It's got a mounting system that you basically run in conjunction with whatever it is that you're mounting your AR pouch with, and it's awesome because it's out of the way. It doesn't take up any more belt space. It goes underneath here, and it's super small, very convenient, very easy to put away. You got this this clip from Defense Mechanisms, and I just use that for my pig gloves. I believe these are the Deltas. These are the best gloves, I believe, all around gloves. They're very light. They fit extremely well. They have great dexterity. They're light enough to be dexterous, but also thick enough to not be destroyed super easily or get poked by something sharp. They offer pretty good protection for what they are. There's probably better stuff out there, but this is what I like to use. And you can also use smartphones with them. They're the thumbs and the fingers, the index fingers, are compatible with touchscreens. So these are fantastic if you find yourself needing to use phones while wearing this kind of stuff. So this belt is a Defense Mechanisms MECH battle belt. It's a very innovative design. It's extremely lightweight, and it's MOLLE compatible, even though it doesn't look like it from the outside. And that's because their MOLLE webbing actually is on the inside. So as you can see here, the hook Velcro line that runs the interior of the outer belt, you can actually weave underneath it. And the genius of this design is that instead of using the two thinner straps that are normally used on other belts out there that use the MOLLE mounting system, is that this takes advantage of the entire rigidity of the whole belt versus just those two little straps that you normally use when you're attaching MOLLE compatible pouches to a belt. It runs on this side, and it uses the entirety of that rigid T.Rex material. So this belt, I've used this belt for a very long time. It's held up extremely well. I have another one. This is actually my second one. I have another one that I've used even longer. And there's just a little bit of fraying from the sewing, but it is extremely, extremely durable. It's a very tough product. It's very, very lightweight, especially for what it is. This material is extremely strong, especially vertically this way, which is how we mount things. So I highly recommend this to anybody looking for a belt. If you're in the market for a new belt or looking to try something new, I would definitely give this a shot because I have found it to be a lot better than most things out there. Now, I haven't tried everything, but I've had several different types of the regular two belt systems that use MOLLE, and I found this one to be my absolute favorite. The inner belt, much like the outer belt, also uses T.Rex. And what I like about this inner belt is that the Velcro doesn't just stop along the edges of the width of the belt like most other companies do. It actually wraps around to the inside. So you have all of this Velcro field here that can mount on there, and it just gives it much better surface area to attach to, making the most out of the material that we got. Thank you for watching Legacy Insights. I hope you found this beneficial. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next encounter.